In the past, I've shared the company of others that moved outside traditional paths. But this band of folks is by far the most exotic.
You looked at me as you said that. What are you trying to say, Sky?
Actually, you took it the wrong way around. You seem a bit more conventional than, say, Wildflower or Zoo.
The Guardian says that everyone hides a part of themselves, that they don't always look like what they really are.
I certainly hope that part's in there somewhere.
Look, I didn't mean to say... Anyway, I meant no offense to anyone, and I'll just leave it at that. My blades are yours to command.
What do you want, Sky? You're watching me very closely and not with the eyes of a friend.
Nothing. I just wanted to know what it felt like to work for Death's Hand. That's right, isn't it? You're one of them?
I was. Do you seek an apology for their actions, or am I just the latest target in your search for vengeance? I have to disappoint you. I will not accept either role. That is probably the wisest course to take. A lonely one, but it will keep you safe.
Does any of this scare you, Wildflower? You're so young, and our journey is, well, dangerous.
Why would I be scared? I have the Guardian to protect me. I'm always safe with him, and he is always here.
I see. How exactly does he protect you? I use my blades and my wits to keep me safe. Are you sure this Guardian can do the same for you? No, that's quite all right. I can see quite clearly how you would be more than adequate protection. Nice demon.
I will be more used to you here than traipsing about away from my tools. No, I have too much work to do on the marvelous dragonfly. If you want the marvelous dragonfly to work properly, leave me be. No. I must stay at the camp to look after the marvelous dragonfly. I will be more used to you here than traipsing about away from my tools. The marks of the Lotus Assassins. You have covered some zoo, but left others plain.
I'm not ashamed of what I was. I disagree with what they became. Do even you judge me, Kang? You serve the enemy as well.
No, I served my craft. I must build what I must build. If others misuse my creations, it isn't my concern.
And Gao the Greater would not have been as powerful as he was. It doesn't matter to me, but there are consequences to every action. Yes? I've said enough for the time being. I don't know what else I can do for you right now. Goodbye, then.
Is there anything you need? I will answer what I can. Zoo made it quite clear. Be well.
What do you want? You need to repair your ship? Okay.
Something's on your mind? I only spent enough time in Tien's Landing to learn the location of Gao the Greater's stronghold. It's a nice enough place, though they're still adjusting to the flooding of the old town some years ago. Of course, I was just thinking about things. Gao richly deserved his death, but I'm not sure I ever really expected it to happen. Why? Because we have succeeded at a goal that I've been working towards for 3 years?
Now you look here, Missy. In my day, we respected our elders.
I'm sorry, I can't do that voice justice. I'm only, 8 years older than you? Of course, 8 years makes a difference when you lose 3 of them chasing your daughter's killer. Gao's slavers took my daughter, Pin Mei, and I was able to follow them. Fortunately, they didn't cover their tracks. I chased them down, trying to reach her. I was too late. Pin Mei was spirited, and I'm sure she fought them. I believe they decided she was too much trouble and killed her. 5 years old, and they ran her through. I found her dead by the roadside and stopped my pursuit. By the time I cared to continue my chase, the slavers were long gone. Is that what you're doing, chasing after your master without a thought for the others in your town? Yes, I've heard about the attack. I'm sorry, that wasn't fair. You're right, I could have saved myself 3 years if I just run those bastards down. But why dwell on this? Gao is dead, and perhaps Pin Mei has found some peace. That's what really matters. That and what we still have to accomplish. You're right, but we have to pick our time, and now isn't it. We can talk about this later. Always happy to help. Something's on your mind? We were talking about Gao earlier, but now isn't really the time to finish that conversation. Give me a bit to digest what's happened, and then I promise to regale you with the story of how I found him. Always happy to help.
Yes? I'm a bit busy fiddling about with my thoughts. What situation? Did something happen? I had nothing to do with whatever it was. All my explosives are stored and accounted for. Somewhere. Ah, you mean our current state of affairs? Well, you still don't have the wind map to the Imperial City. We definitely need that. Without it, boom, short trip. Well, of course. But time is better spent doing than talking. I found my way to Tien's Landing quite by accident. A very big accident. A few wealthy merchants lost some, property, and I almost lost my hat and my head. Gal the Greater heard about my inventions and bribed some officials to effect my release. I thought I had found a nice rich benefactor, but I was locked away in his lair. He gave me a nice workshop, but he really was a fool. I showed him my wind map. He didn't care where it led. He was only interested in his slaves. It shows where I've been, not where I'm going, I think. I made it on my journey to, here. But I don't quite remember where I was traveling from. Not good. It seems to me I left something, a clue for myself, but I'm not sure why I'd need to. I don't suppose you'd be interested in taking a short trip back the way I came? None. And I am very good at remembering things. At least I think I am. I can't remember for certain. The map could lead anywhere, so we should let it. Well, let's see then. It must lead to where I was last, which would be the ideal place to go first. Keep an eye out. I don't know why my tracks were covered, but I do tend to incur the occasional death threat. Craters are remarkably unappreciated. This looks familiar. Keep going. I have the urge to build something. There are memories in the route we are flying. Keep going. I see patterns, schematics. Keep going. I'll hammer it out. Almost there. Just a few more pieces to figure out. Our flight was great fun. Lots of explosions. But what does it mean? I think it's a clue. I hid something in my head because I was going to lose my memory, I think. One thing for certain, there was no destination. We ended where we began. The route was the important part. Let me show you what it inspired me to make. I'm not sure what it is, but it has a lever on it that is begging to be pulled. What? Don't think? Sounds good. Here we go. And nothing. Right? We're not dead, I think. That is decidedly disappointing. I was expecting something. I must still need a part I can't remember. I need some time to think, to get my brain straightened out. This is most intriguing and infuriating. Give me some time. Well, of course. But time is better spent doing than talking. Nothing new to report yet. I need time to consider what parts are missing from the mystery device. Perhaps if I had the resources of the Imperial City at hand. Yes, goodbye. Now, back to my dragonfly. Perhaps the wings should be retractable for storage and, rolling stops.
You're crazy. Times have never been better. Get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing time.
Minister Sheng has very little to say. There is a rumor that the Great Dam is broken. We are doomed. No goods can enter the town. Perhaps I did not do enough. I am not nearly as capable as I let on. It may have been due to my numerous failings in the Imperial City. What can I do for you? Oh, do you? Oh, then ask by all means. My life and troubles can simply wait while you satisfy your curiosity. Yes, go on your way.
Aha! When I saw that airship flying off from the island, I figured the best thing was to come back here. I knew you'd come back and see me, because we're a team! And what a team! I dropped you off at the pirate camp, you killed some pirates, I got drunk, you killed more pirates, and I took a nap. We are an unstoppable team, my friend! Do you know that all this adventuring and such has shamed me? I find myself dwelling on memories of my youth. I was a capable man once. I've lost so much. I've wasted so much. Yes, you have put it very succinctly. I am a drunk. That seems all I am capable of. Even you, my partner in adventure, can see that. It is good that I know my limits. I am a drunkard, and that is what I shall remain for all my days. Thank you for putting everything in perspective.
The folks of this town were kind at first, but now they're starting to annoy me.
You're back? I wait to hear of your success. Yes, as I thought. These are the original strings, and the case seems untouched by age. Perfect. The bridge is missing, as I thought it would be. Since you have proven capable so far, I'd like you to acquire one more part. Bladed Thesis penned his last work in contemplation of the great southern forest. That is why the pieces are all here around Tien's Landing. If we can recover the last part of this zither, the bridge that would lift the strings off the case, then I will double the silver I was going to give you. Good. In his last work, Bladed Thesis wrote of the final test, and it taking place where wood met water and rock. The work talks of a test for followers of his philosophies. I suspect the reward is the final piece to his famous Zither of Discord. I expect the test to measure your conviction to the ideals of the way of the closed fist. Bladed Thesis would not let his instrument fall into anyone else's hands. From studying the full text, it seems that it would be near a river in the great southern forest. There must be some structure that allowed him to stay there for some time. Do you need to know something more? As I said, it was an instrument that belonged to Bladed Thesis, the scholar who first advanced the way of the closed fist as a philosophy. It is said that he played this instrument before writing some of his greatest works, as if the instrument particularly inspired him.
The basic premise of Bladed Thesis' writings was that one could live life according to a philosophy of strength. If one is too weak to help oneself, one deserves no help. Some mistook him as encouraging immoral acts or evil, but his true argument was that life was a test which could only be passed through struggle. Evil men act without reason. Followers of the way act with the intention of encouraging others to become stronger. The action may be the same, but the intent differs. Played from a seated position, the entire instrument is a soundboard with strings that run across its length. Beneath skilled hands, it offers the sound of heaven itself. The Zither of Discord is as unique as it is ancient, however. It has 5 strings instead of 7, and each is fashioned from unbreakable silk. Go to the forest and see if you can find the place I described.
Lord Yun has put out a call for aid. Will none of you answer? Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You seem a woman who knows her way around a battlefield. Are you willing to put those skills to the test? Not personally, no. On behalf of Lord Yun, I'm here to find a skilled warrior who can deal with a unique problem. The great southern forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease. Every tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manners. If we did, would I be here? Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are. You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably. As I said, the trees in the great southern forest sicken, and the paths fill with vicious ghosts. No caravan dares to travel its depths, cutting off huge sections of the south from the Empire's heart, and Lord Yun collects no taxes when no one travels his lands. You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away. Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.